Hi. Today it's a bit windy. I don't know if this is going to be okay. We'll see. Today I want to talk about politics. I already talk about this, but this is because the kind of update, because the situation right now. I want to reframe, rearrange things, and somehow try to put things as best as possible. So, first, again, I don't know about history. I don't like to talk about this because we don't know the truth. They hide, they manipulate, they do everything. So we cannot deal with this. Well, anyways. I want to talk about this because people need to understand the big problem, which is the thought, the way people conceive the reality. So, first, closeness, there is almost nothing about this, but closeness in the ancient Greece was at that time things were different, of course. It was a kind of king, a kind of emperor, kind of doesn't matter exactly the name we can put in this. It was the big chief of Greece at that time. You know, there was a kind of tribes way, kind of there was kings there and there, like tribes. It was a different situation. The thing is, there was he won all our wars at that time, so he was someone special. For Greeks, no, Greeks didn't want anyone else. So The problem is there was, of course, other people in situation of power, and you know what is about power. So they create a situation to rid of listeners. So he went to Italy, and then there was problems. Greeks can't handle the situation, and they asked Callisthenes to come back, and so Callisthenes tell Greeks that they didn't need him nor anyone. They could choose between them and someone. So taking like a kind of like a lottery, choosing at chance. But you see, again, there was the interest of power. That is a problem. So what happened is that was the beginning of the idea of democracy. And the situation here has to do another thing, which is people need to be convinced, and so there was the need to work the words to convince people. And so Socrates, we don't know exactly the truth about this. There is nothing written by Socrates, but by Platon's hand, so we don't know exactly the truth about this. Anyways, it seems that all things were in the truth, we don't know, but it seems those in politics which Socrates criticizes at that time, they ask him to help them to work on the words, the speech, so they could handle the situation better. So Socrates teach them to speak in a way they could convince people. So you see, there is then what we call the sophists. Sophists is those who use the words to convince. So basically the principle of democracy, representative system, which we call democracy, is about this, the power of words to convince people. So this is like publicity propaganda. So you see, it's manipulation. So simple as that, manipulation. So you see the problem here. There is nothing to do with the truth, nothing to do with what you can conceive which should be. And people still don't get it. Simple things like representative, this term should be enough so people could understand that what is at stake, which is what an actor does. This practice is representing, you see. And that's why you see also situations in politics and made by actors. Like this guy that in defending their agenda, you know, the plan, saying, screw your rights. You see, so representation is the big problem. Representation is why it's fake, it's fraud, it's everything but truth. So, you see, people don't know other thing than that. That is the problem. The conception of reality is everything is wrong. Everything. So people need to work on it and change the way they think, change the way they work, everything. An example, in economics, I already talked about this. People think always around the idea of product, trying to sell their ideas, their products, always. It's the same, you see, trying to convince the others, you see, trying to defend their situation, their interests. You see, always trying to get this something, manipulate, always. You see. So I've been trying to explain what we have to do, what we have to change around this in economics. The idea of product, we need to change that in order to serve what really matters, which is human being. So we need to respect basically client, which is who buy, who sustain, and which is the human being, which can be us. You see, we need to understand, we need to respect what we need to respect. That is the situation. So product is the thing to serve that. So product need to respect every aspect to serve well. It's completely different situation. So there is the concept sustainability that has to do with everything. So now I bring this now because again there is no other way, of course. Why? Because people don't know how to deal with things, don't know how to think differently. You see, people are stuck with this, they can't work in another way. That is the problem. So we still need the shit of representative system. So, but that is not a problem. Things are in the under control. No problem. This is only to remind you what is in stake, and so we need to solve the problem, and that is being taken care of. So, but we need to now start work on this situation in order to change to what we need to change. You see? So the real politics has to do with a situation that deals with what really we need to, which is consider everything around human superior interests. And that has to do at the same time with the law, human's law, which means the law is made to be applied to citizen, so the citizen must be the first interested. So the citizen cannot be represented also because everything is about consciousness. So not belief, you see. So citizen must be the politics, cannot be represented. Here, the ignorance must be shut up, you see, which means when people doesn't know, must recognize that doesn't know, and so shut up. Don't say shit. You see, so people need to understand that there is a responsibility. So people need to try to figure out things, try to understand. And so when people see something that they can help, they can participate, they can join, they can, you see, they must do that. So participation is the only way. So the citizen only can participate, cannot be represented, and so the participation is relative to the situation of each one. People cannot, people don't born with the knowledge. No one knows everything, and so on. So it's only about consciousness. When people know something and can participate, just participate. And so the law must be built, constructed by citizens. So, and if there is a need, correct. It's the only way, you see. So social contracts, it's the only way which we can consider legitimacy. So again, I hope this can help because even to defend this interest, which is super interest of human being, even to defend this, you need to, there is no other way. Because the citizen must be vigilant. And so we cannot give the space to speculation. No way. People can speak very well, but things are what things are. And what really matters is the truth and not some theory. You see. So I hope this can help, and I hope very soon things will be very, very different. Very soon. So we need to work on it. Just share and again, keep well. Till next one.